Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. In this episode we have something with very summerish vibe, so I'm very happy to show it to you. As you know by now, we're gonna start with the unboxing. Here we can see some of my sizes. Pause the video if you need. As you can tell, these ones are unisex. As you can tell, inside we don't find anything else in the box. In the shot we can see both of them. I have to say that they are looking gorgeous in this colorway, and we start with the left foot because we want to see if the quality is consistent in both of them. In the shot we can see a bit better the front end, and I have to say that the orange part is shown over the other layer, which was a nice surprise because from the pictures that I've seen in the official page, I couldn't tell if that material is just stitch it or is glue it, you know. And this to me, it means that it has more durability over time, so that is a good detail there. In the shot we can see the older torsion system and with the web-like rubber continental layer. And of course we have this exposed boost in those holes. In the shot we can see the end of the heel. It does have this extra rubber to protect the midsole. And we can see the torsion system in the midsole also, being the gray colored plastic piece. Here I'm checking a bit this midsole with my thumb because I want to know more or less how soft it is or not, and I have to say that this one is not as firm as the one from Ultraboost 22. It feels like 5.0 DNA. And I also noticed that on the interior of the foot it's a bit more firm than in comparison with the exterior of the foot. It's a different density, that's my feeling. We can see here the insole. I like it very much. It's very soft, but I wish it was a bit more thicker, more like the ones we can find in Supernova. These ones, they are very nice, but I wish they were thicker, you know. These ones are the classical ones, the ones that we seen before 2020. We can see here the interior of these sneakers. The footbed is the same like in Ultraboost 22. I didn't like it. It's very firm. No benefit for our feet. And the internal label. In this footbed I'm seeing some extra threads there, but nothing else to worry about. The knit from these sneakers is very breathable. You can see there moving my hands, very airy. I like it very much actually. Here we can see the logo from the tongue. This one is reflective. You'll see at the end of the video an extra video made with that reflective part. The collar around the ankle is more or less the same thickness like the one we can find in Ultraboost 5 DNA. It's very similar. I personally like to have a bit less padding around the ankle, but this is not too much anyway. It's just okay. In this shot we can see the right foot because we want to see how is that quality overall. I didn't find problems in none of them. As you can tell, the colors here are reversed. Here we can see the external labels. You can pause the video where you need if you are curious. But they are basically the same labels like we've seen in all the videos for the past 3-4 years, I don't know, in Adidas obviously. In this shot we can see both insoles, they are exactly the same, no difference there. And also the interior of these sneakers. In this shot we can see the colors, how exactly they are different. I added here the size of these laces in centimeters and inches. I prefer them just a bit more shorter. Something that caught my attention is that the tips on these laces are very thick, and also the laces much thicker than in other models from Adidas. Probably the most thicker that I've seen so far in sneakers, to be honest. So these are very rugged, I like it very much. Here we can have a better look of this knit, which is great made. Like I said before, very airy, very elastic also. Where is the orange color, we can find some protective area, and inside is reinforced with some rubber or plastic. Where is that orange color. I also like the thickness of this knit, just okay the way it is made. About the cage, I like it the way it is, no issues found there. With the heel, I also didn't have any issues. In this shot I'm trying to show you where are those padded zones on these sneakers, and it's mostly around the ankle and on the instep. Here I'm showing with my finger where is that edge of the padding. I also decided to show in all my videos these measuring scenes with the insoles and the outsoles, because this way you'll have an idea how is one sneaker in comparison with others. If you want, you can take notes, and yeah. Here we can see the footprint for this size for 41 1/3 or 18 US. This is not a scientific test, it's just to get yourself an idea how they are more or less. And here we have the weight test, which was a surprise. I will let you see by yourself, but it was a surprise for me. So yeah, as you can tell, they are a bit more lightweight than Ultraboost 5 and Ultraboost 22, which is absolutely amazing. Here I added some values just to be able to check it yourself. So they are saying these sneakers have 25.5 centimeters, well my feet they have around 26, and as you can tell I still have some space left. So that means that 25.5 is not accurate, so you should take that in consideration, you know, when you are checking sizes, because they are bigger than they are saying they are. So for the length, more than enough. For the wide, they are wide enough, but the insoles, they are not as wide as my feet are. But that is not an issue, because inside we still have some millimeters left, so I didn't have any issues with that. So they are wide enough, these sneakers. Yeah, in this shot we can see a bit better the kind of instep that I have and the kind of arch that I have. And this on fit is in real time, just to show you that I have one complaint with them, and the hole is not big enough to insert the feet very easily, at least for my feet. If you have narrower feet, maybe you won't have this problem like I have, but for me it was a bit harder than with other Ultraboost that I checked in the past. Once I got them on my feet, no extra problems, but it's just that, you know, taking them in and out can be a bit harder with them in comparison with others. Not a deal breaker obviously, but something to keep in mind for those at least that they have wider feet. They have a pull tab on the back of the heel, but is so low that I didn't find it useful, to be honest. So if you are wondering how is the comfort and the cushioning, the comfort is okay. I didn't find any pressure points on these sneakers. And for the cushioning, like I always said, 22 on the back, 22 millimeters on the back and 12 in front is not enough to have good cushioning, you know, it's just okay, that cushioning. If you want to have it great, you have to go over 30 millimeters. Otherwise that midsole is too thin to be great, you know. This is my opinion and this is how I like it. So the cushioning reminds me a bit of Ultraboost 20 that you can see here in this picture. It's not as bad as Ultraboost 22, and I like it that it's somehow very similar with the one from Ultraboost 5. And finally we have the unfit shots from a lower angle. So by checking all these pair of sneakers from Ultraboost, I can say that it's always hard to beat those Ultraboost 20. Those were the best so far for me in comfort, in cushioning. I don't know why it's that hard, but those were better than most of them that they came after that, you know. And don't get me wrong, I don't think that Ultraboost 20 were perfect. Like I said, I wish they were having a bit more cushioning, but most of them that they came after, they aren't even as good as those. That is the issue, you know. These ones, I like it a lot. I like the colorway. I think it's killer for this summer. I think it's perfect for summer if you ask me. And I like that they are remind me of those because they are very similar with those. Maybe not as good, but very similar. Those, they were having better upper in my opinion. Thinner, more breathable. I like it, that one a bit better than this one, you know, the upper. These ones have this extra padding that I don't like it too much because here in Spain in summer we have heat, so with this kind of thick collar I will sweat like crazy, you know. That's why I prefer to have this knit as thin as possible, or you know, to conserve that durability without giving me too much heat. So time for pros and cons. For pros, obviously this colorway. What else do you want for summer? You know, this is perfect. Other than that, also it's unisex, so that's great, you know. I like is very airy, this upper. I like overall the cushioning on them and the comfort. As cons, like I said before, that opening where you are inserting the feet, that is not big enough. I had hard time to insert my feet inside. Not a huge deal, but yeah. And this will be it, you know, for pros and cons, because otherwise they are quite okay. I wish they were having thicker that midsole, but nothing else. As my final thoughts, you should buy them or not. Of course, again, it's up to you. If you like them, check them. If you don't, pass. It's that easy. I will end here this video. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. If you have any questions, please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe because it's very important for me. Have a nice day and take care of you.